places, please, everybody. All right, 3, 2, 1, action! Okay, well, that's terrific. Why are you so pumped up? Are you on steroids? Why do I get up in the morning? That's just too far fucked. Hey, Kermit the Frog here, and you are listening to Manny on UFO Buster Radio Network. Yay!
This is Sparta! Fatality.
This is episode number 435 of the UFO Buster Radio News Report dealing with space. Today is space, my man's space. We're talking about what's going on. And actually, I'm actually doing this pre-recorded because I just got off of YouTube and I was watching the saddest fucking static fire test of the SN-8 Starship. Yeah, that was pretty fucking sad, guys. So again, no hop. We're still waiting for the hop. This allegedly, supposedly, according to the rumors, will be the last time that they do a static test. That's it. They apparently they did it this time with all three engines, but it was really short. And I could imagine they're scared shitless pressing that button with all three engines firing off at the same time. So we'll see what happens. You know, it's barely fucking Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So today's Tuesday. So for the love of Pete, Elon, come on. Now, would they chuck that baby up into the sky tomorrow? I mean, that'll be a great way to go into the Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S. So who fucking knows? That might just happen. Tomorrow might be the day. Tomorrow might be the day. I mean, you're not going to do shit at work anyway, to be honest. You're going to spend most of your time wrapped up in your COVID gear, sitting on the shitter at work or at the talking to your friends from like 12 feet away about what you're going to be cooking, who's not coming over, who you didn't invite because they're dirty as hell anyway, and you know they're carrying like freaking carrier monkeys walking around with COVID-19 like they invented that shit. But you're not going to do any work tomorrow. You guys know it as well as I do. If you're even working, if you planned ahead, you took the day off, kind of like yours truly. I got shit to do, to be honest. Because now I'm talking about the shitter type either. So we got 3 articles for today. And what's going to happen is, and here's my plan really for today. I'm going to pre-record this. I'll publish it at 9:30. And then I'll come back and go into the chat and see who's actually listening at 9:30. And I'll probably be like smashed by then. So I'm thinking in the interim, I might go and run out and get some margaritas just to enjoy the upcoming holiday, get a head start. And I know it's supposed to be about being thankful, but I am thankful for margaritas. God bless America and Mexico and anywhere else that had their hand in inventing margaritas, to be honest. I'm just being honest with you right now. The show today is brought to you by space and the countries that are claiming that certain celestial bodies are there. It's kind of like Russia. Hey, Russia. Yeah, Venus, the Russian planet. We're going to talk about another country that's claiming another celestial body. And really, let's be honest. Let's just stop for a second here. If you spent most of your program in the last few years shooting up your rockets and all kind of shit, robots to a particular area, more than anyone else, fuck, you just peed on it. You really did. You marked that shit up. You peed all over it. You basically sent a robot up there with a little phallus thingy just peeing all over the damn thing because you're claiming it. I think this is what's going to happen here. There is going to be an issue coming up in the next 10 or so years where people got to be challenged, man. Certain countries are going to have to be challenged about how they claim things around this place. We're not fucking around. There's going to be problems in space. I guarantee it. But anyway, the first article we're going to talk about is just around the corner. For you guys who are wondering when I'm going to shut the hell up, well, here it is. Bada bing. Oh, actually, this goes out to China. China!
China. 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 China now. China. China. China.
I know China very well. China. 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 China.
China. China. China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from.
It's China to me. China. China, 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 China. You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China. China in particular. China. China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from. That's China to me. Fuck, all of it is China to me. China launches mission to bring back material from the moon. Yeah, not what you're sitting on. It's coming from the actual moon, the celestial body that drives people fucking crazy whenever it's full. Yeah. The mission we talked about, actually, I would say about a month ago, they first started talking about the way that they're going to be, creating this Chang'e 5 and all the different modules, because they were going to get in there and they're going to bring some shit back. And then I had this thing, right, where I went into the little tirade about how this is really a preview of what COVID-45 is going to look like. This is it. This is right here. It's about to happen, y'all. It's going to happen. You can't do shit about it because these materials will end up in Wuhan, and they'll be part of the next COVID mission. Of course, China on Tuesday. I wonder what Tuesday they're talking about today, because it's Space Day. So even they follow that shit. They launched their mission to bring back rocks and debris from the moon, which hasn't happened in 40 years. Of course, we all know who brought back the stinky ass rocks last time, but this time it's going to be China. Now, what I didn't know before was that this Chang'e 5, and this is the way I'm pronouncing it the American way. I have no idea how the fuck you pronounce this. But anyway, the actual rocket, or actually all of them, because they've had like 4, 3, and whatever the hell other numbers they got, is named after the Chinese moon goddess. Look at that. Like the shit that you learn on Space Tuesday on UFO Buster Radio. The Chinese moon goddess. Can you believe that shit? Amazing. Now the mission, the key thing that's going to happen for you guys who love draconian math, they're going to drill 2 meters beneath the surface of the moon, and they're going to bring back about 2 kilometers. Oh, I'm sorry, not kilometers. Imagine that shit. 2 kilograms of rocks and moon shit back to the planet. For those of you who are not into draconian math, it is about 7 feet beneath the moon's surface, and they're going to bring back about 4.4 pounds of rocks and shit from the moon for their next coronavirus endeavor. I don't know. I'm going to get in trouble for that one day, I suppose. But what if it comes true? Then what? Of course, the Chang'e 5 is going to be the latest step, according to news reports, for the ambitious space program being undertaken by China in the hopes of eventually building. Now they put, see, stop fucking around, because this is what I mean. Like, you get these stories where they're trying to promote, unity, globalism, the one world on the moon. The story says that this is basically going to end up with an international lunar research station and ultimately a human colony on the moon by the 2030s. We didn't get a ticket to that ride. What the hell are they talking about? Who else was invited to this? I don't see no Chang'e 5, wearing cowboy boots or, wearing their pants low. I don't see any of that. There's nothing else involved in there. There's no other goddesses other than those from China. So international, lunar research, yeah, whatever. We know that because of the outgoing administration, dealings with China is not good. So I guarantee you that this is not, unless they're hard up for cash, and they need like maybe Elon, who they hate. Basically, they're going to do this on their own. Come on. Maybe, the whole communist community will get together. And maybe the Russians will come in and help them out. Who knows? Who knows how that's going to go down? But the entire process from today's launch all the way until they bring back the new materials for the new COVID will actually take less than a month. Now, as I reported this last month, there still aren't any specific dates. I don't see actual dates attached to all of this, other than we know for a fact today that shit took off. But I looked at 4 different reporting agencies. None of them have dates, and I said, well, fuck it. We'll know when it comes back, because all the vaccines are going to go to hell in a handbasket, and none of them are going to work. But that's their plan. That's the big thing that's going on right now. Keep an eye on the moon. Now, we know that every time someone goes to land shit on the moon, something goes wrong. You know what I mean? We might have some problems. We might see a big flash bang coming from the moon in the next few days, to be honest. So we'll see what goes down. This is definitely something that people are going to keep an eye on. But here's the thing. China is claiming the moon. They're not coming out and just saying it, but they said that's their fucking goddess. Now, wouldn't you want to claim where your goddess is? I'm just saying, we might have a problem when it comes to space and the moon and Venus and Mars and every other damn place that's out there. So you guys just better get ready because it's going to be crazy. We're going to see some significant advancements when it comes to space warfare and conflicts because this is not going to be peaceful. It really isn't. It's not. No way, Jose, is this going to be an easygoing thing in the next 10 to 15 years. There's going to be problems, Lucy. There's going to be problems. The next article, we're going to talk about the guy that really has to manage the next 4 years when it comes to space and a bit of uncertainty that there is in what he's going to do. But check this out.
Don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the money?
dumb fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and
I really love those Arnold quotes there, those little snippets of audio from his movies. These things have got to find their way over to the Tempest universe. Because, I mean, it wouldn't be the same without him. I mean, it's not supposed to be all the same, but for fuck's sake, some of it's got to be the same. The story that we're going to talk about now comes from the National Review, and I know this is still a sour, it causes you this deep down pain and butterflies at the pit of your being, but it's about Trump and Biden. So the title is, How Will Joe Biden Handle Outer Space? Yeah. We know that there has been a lot of statements about, reversing a lot of shit that Trump has already done. But some people see what's been happening during the era of Trump. Things that were basically penned in by Trump that happened during his time related to space as victories, such as Space Force, which at first people were thinking, what the fuck, Space Force? Are you serious? What is he talking about? This guy's on crack. But really, when you look at, and even the article says this, and I just kind of hit upon it on the previous article, we are looking at China and Russia making some significant gains in what they're aiming at. And they're not making any bones about it. They're letting people know. They don't give no fucks. They give no shits. They're doing what they're doing, and that's it. There is a conflict that's coming. And so you need space capabilities, as they say. You need to be able to do it, and Space Force should be part of that. And the other thing is that during this time, we had that significant uptick in the commercialization of space. And all this, bringing NASA back into space. Some of this might have started in the prior administration, but goddamn, it really took off in the last 4 years. And, people see these as space victories, which right now are being threatened. It is very possible that with a scribble of his hand, that Joe Biden could reverse a lot of these things, or maybe kind of put them on the back burner for a while, delay them way more than what they're already delayed, thanks to COVID-19. Now, apparently, Biden has a history of supporting space initiatives, but we just don't know, because he could pull the plug on anything that's going on right now, because one of the things that could happen, because Space Force is part of the military, is military budget cuts. And that could impact Space Force quite tremendously, being that it's not exactly a big outfit yet. So maybe secretly it is. Let's not fuck around. Maybe it is. Maybe it's been around for fucking decades. But still, the public one will die off and back into secrecy, flying those TR-3Bs. But anyway, let's get away from that for a second. One of the things that has already been impacted is the Artemis program, which has to do with getting to the moon. And there's so many things that are going wrong in the country right now. And I'm not talking about the elections, but I'm just talking about like things like COVID-19, the economy and all that kind of shit just being all over the fucking place. That right now, experts pretty much see that Artemis will be delayed. But, like I said, it is very possible that Biden might pull some of that back. In which case, we won't have a real space program. It would all be commercialized. But even in that regard, it is very possible that commercialization would also be impacted because of red tape. Federal red tape could be enacted to ensure that, number one, government money does not go into the space program or trickles into it. And also that these commercial entities, which have blown up and have all these spacecrafts out there testing right now, that they could feel the pinch of an administration that doesn't support space. And that would be really bad, not just for the country, but for the free world. Everyone, every country that has the ability to go to space should be able to, and should make an effort, because it is going to have to be an international type of effort to keep the peace as well. So we'll see what happens. It's out there. One of the biggest blow that Joe's administration has received is the fact that, as we talked last Tuesday, that Jim Bridenstine, who is the NASA administrator and has been there since 2018, is saying, Fukushima, I am not going to be here when Joe Biden comes in. Yeah, so, he doesn't feel that he would get the support of, good old Joe. So he's kicking it. Now, the article even makes light of the fact that Jim had quite a lot of success since 2018, since he got in there. And apparently, they don't see anyone that Joe Biden has as a individual that he can appoint that will be able to meet and reach the level of success that Jim Bridenstine, fuck, I just fucked up his name, like really, Jim B. There you go, call him Jim Beam. That Jim B has had since he's been in there in the last, going on maybe 3 years, close to. We'll have to see what happens because it is a pivotal step in being part of a space race for the United States and allies and all that kind of shit. And I really don't like talking about this political stuff because I really feel space should be for everyone, but that's not the way the world feels. So there's going to be some problems. There's going to be some issues that need to be hammered out. And if we don't have the right equipment, the tools, the people in place, we're pretty much fucked. Let's be honest about that. We'll just have to elect Elon Musk. In the next election, he'll be the president of the United States. We'll break all the damn rules. I don't give a fuck where he was born. He can do it through innovation. He can innovate the country. But that's a concern now for Joe Biden. Will he be able to either keep the space program at the current pace, or is he about to give him the royal treatment without the Vaseline? So we'll see. All eyes on this. But as long as Elon Musk and all these other companies dealing with space and space exploration and spacecraft building and all these vehicle testing that's going on, if they keep the successes and the paces they're going, I think it would be pretty hard for any administration to really try to walk all of that back without having some, a few people just stepping up to the plate and calling them out on it, basically. We'll see. We'll see what happens. One more to go. And unfortunately, there is a satellite that, not a satellite, more like a radio telescope that just went into shitter for the last time. It's a done deal for this one. But fascinating things that they had this thing do before it ended up with the big ass hole it has in it right now.
I've been on my spaceship counting stars since '94, waiting for someone to come and knock on my door, looking for someone who'd be the Venus to my Mars. Why does love always have to be this hard? Got me feeling like
Sometimes I feel like Bugs has shared his gas-powered engine with me. Arecibo radio telescope damaged beyond repair. And actually, this article, if you're fancying it, has pictures from space of how the damn thing looks right now. Because really, if you're standing there next to it or, 10,000 feet away from it, you probably can't really tell how significant the damage is. I would assume maybe a nice drone, probably flying right above it, could give you a good idea how jacked the hell up this thing is. And actually, to be honest, it's 57 years old. Yeah, so the National Science Foundation, or NSF for short, which I thought that was non-sufficient funds, like when you bounce a check, the fee you get. Anyway, the National Science Foundation says, that's it. We're done here. 57-year-old telescope down the drain, decommissioned. That announcement was made November 19th. There's been too many storms down there in Puerto Rico, and they had their toll on the old telescope. Their radio telescope is gone. Gone! I mean, the thing has big-ass freaking holes in it. Look at the image for this particular episode, and you can see the big-ass freaking gaping hole in that thing. Not too many signals being caught up by that little Arecibo. It's a done deal for that thing. Now, it's funny because before it was trashed by Mother Nature, the damn thing used to run 24 hours a day. Can you believe that? In all kinds of weather. And let me tell you, Puerto Rico being in the tropics, they freaking place would get walloped with some serious hurricanes. But even let me tell you, I've been there quite a few times in my childhood, and the even the thunderstorms are freaky as fuck. So I could just imagine all the shit that Arecibo went through just being out there in the jungles of Puerto Rico. But all good things must come to an end, apparently. And this thing it's a done deal. Here's a bit of a statistic or a measurement. The actual satellite, the satellite dish, why the fuck I keep saying satellite, for fuck's sake? The radio telescope, let's just go with that. Spans a whopping 1,000 feet for you draconians, 305 meters across. But the holes are so huge that from space you can see the jungle vegetation growing behind the actual dish. What in the fuck's sake? Yeah, so that's not working. That's not going to work for anyone. Me, you, or E.T. There's no damn messages coming to and from that spot. So you can forget about it. At one time, it was the second largest single dish radio telescope in the world. Now, fuck, what do you do with that thing? You just tear it apart? Do you build a new one? What's going to happen with the site? That's what the question is for me. What are you going to do? Because apparently, it was good enough for 57 years, fuckers. Might as well use it up for something else. Build something else. Come on. Stop screwing around. You could build that shit in no time. According to the engineering assessments, that they actually tried to stabilize and test the cables, but what they concluded after a few, checks here and there, that would just accelerate the eventual failure of the device. So there's just no way that they're going to take a chance in causing the loss of life or anyone else messing around with that thing at this point. So it's got to go. Some of the things that Arecibo was famous for was SETI. Yeah, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, which is run in a program that doesn't have very much these days. But anyway, so they actually directed messages to a globular cluster M13 in 1974. Now, just so that you understand, SETI took this dish, big ass fucking dish, and they sent a picture to this cluster that's 21,000 light years away. That message, it's fucking nowhere right now. It's barely, it's barely, since fucking 74? How many years we're looking at? That is just, it's barely nowhere. The damn message hasn't gotten anywhere. And actually, in this report, it says that you would need, or aliens somewhere in the galaxy, and actually anywhere in the galaxy, according to this, anywhere in the galaxy could hear or pick up this picture signal, as long as they had a telescopic dish, kind of like Arecibo size. For fuck's sake, why? Why? What was the point of this? Why even send anything? And again, are you really that into freaking spending money on stupidity? This is why they probably didn't do what they needed to do to take care of the satellite, because freaking SETI was there. I mean, I'd give up too, for fuck's sake. I just give up. 46 years ago, 46 years, I was playing on my calculator the whole time. 46 years since that signal was sent, this image, and still has a long fucking way to go to reach that globular cluster. So it's a cluster, all right. And let's see, handy dandy here. Another 20,954 years. What an achievement. Thank you, SETI. We appreciate that. So there you go. The other thing is, of course, SETI listening for things that happen there. Other things, detecting things with, should I say, celestial objects within our own solar system. And believe it or not, the Arecibo was actually part of a cinematic fight in GoldenEye, the 1995 James Bond film, starring Pierce Brosnan, probably the worst fucking James Bond ever. But yeah, those are the stats. And there's a lot more things in this article, especially more images from space of Arecibo. So, who knows what the future holds. Do they probably feel that they have plenty of these telescopes around the world, all these gigantic dishes and dish farms that go from here to there. So chances are this is probably just going to turn into, who knows, fucking palm trees and a coconut farm or some shit like that. So who knows? Who knows what's going to go down? But it's sad to see it go. So hopefully we've got all the contributions we need from this thing. And maybe somehow someone will replace it with another one in that same spot, because apparently it was an optimal place to have that type of a telescopic dish there in order to reach space and do some real research besides sending porn pictures to space. So there you go. I don't know. You just can't make this stuff up. There's the end of the podcast today. I'm going to go get me a few handfuls of margaritas, and then I'll come back and listen to this at 9:30 with the rest of you guys. But in the interim, go into the description, check out the links to all these articles. Also check out the links to the new podcast starting January 1st, known as The Tempest Universe, starring myself. And things are going to get weird. I'm pretty sure of it. You might even feel like it's the end of the world.
watch the satellites explode.